Just need 2 nuts, Juan. Ah! So easy, a caveman could do it.
Didn't know this thing was gonna be like an R1.
Cutting it close, brother.
Onions. I bought the pork. Too much pressure, not enough lube.
What's going on? How's it going?
Look at that. Shave and weight where we can. All right, guys, welcome back to the vlog. Last week you saw we dropped the tins off, so you can see the bike is basically bare again, but we are 4 weeks out from Born Free, like the week of Born Free.
Yeah, so that means we got less time to get the bike.
Yeah, Harley corporate called or emailed me and they said the Monday before Born Free, like at the latest, they need to come here, film us.
Alrighty.
So we have like 3.5 weeks to get this buttoned up. Since we got asked to do the bike and since we have started working on it and got the bike, kind of started working on it right away. But one of the things that we were like having to work through was vendors' back orders. Some, you know, left turns on components that we couldn't get our hands on. And we're still crossing our fingers for certain components, like the billet swing arm from Track Dynamics for this bike. I know we're waiting for BST wheels from Carbon Fiber. Those, I just got customs clearance in LA. So
here
it says 36 to 72 hours we should be getting our wheels.
All right, that's good. We need those to test fit stuff.
This bike, as you can see, paint tins 3/1/23. So that was 3 months ago. So we were working on the 2022 Lowrider ST back in February, March. February was like when we started taking it apart.
This was when we expected to get it back.
You guys saw in the last vlog, we got those tins. And it's not Chris Wood's fault by any means. I did tell him, hey, we got another bike. There's no rush for this one, take your time. So if I rushed him, he would have done it. He would have got it done. And now he's gonna have those tins. He's got 3 to 4 weeks to prep and paint those tins. Juan and I have a list of what needs to get done that we wrote on Post-it notes. We decided for the visuals, we are going to erase this board and write the must gets done for the 23. So
Soft top brake arm in progress. It's right here.
we did it. We still have not got the chrome wheels back.
We got a whole new product out before we got to
We didn't do the fueling parts on that bike, just stuff got really busy. We still are gonna do that. Done a lot of custom parts that ended up going on this bike. The finishing colors, like we still gotta work on that. But we've been working on this for a couple weeks now and actually a couple months, to be honest with you. Pretty sweet. Check out these banners to start. Giant banners, starting with an Evo over to a twin cam and a Milwaukee 8. Not only do we have these rad shop banners or garage banners, we have the shirts. Milwaukee 8, twin cam, Evo.
Here he is.
This is the man behind the posters. This is my boy Jim right here. Jim, you want to say hi to all the viewers? Jim is a rad BMXer and rad artist. He's like, hey, let's do something with all these engines. So we have a lot of these engines sitting in the showroom. He's like, let's make a shirt with the engines. And he drew up these engines, did the flames on them, put together the banners, put together the shirts. So this is yours truly art right here. You want to hold it up? Be proud of it? Even though we want to get this done on the 19th, if they show up and it's not done, they said it's not the end of the world. So the real deadline, I think, is the 23rd. 23? This list isn't the end all be all. There's gonna be a lot of knickknacks in there. But I do think that this gives us a good start. And I think first and foremost, we're working on the front end today. Some of this stuff may play a role this week. Do you want to go order the tires and the carbon fender right now before we get into working on this bike? Or do you want to do that at the end of the day?
No, because then we're not gonna do it.
Yeah. So let's go order the tires. Let's go order the fender. So at least we can put like ordered.
Yep.
I think this is great, right? Like brake lines, we have to do it by 612.
Yep.
Remove ABS, we'll do it the week of 6.5. Remove extra weight, 6.5. Swing arm, hopefully we get it later this week and we can put it on the week of 6.5. That would allow us to test the shock and get the brake mounted up, which will then allow us to get the brake lines going. Kind of start dabbling in the front brake lines and hopefully shave 100 pounds off this bike.
Yeah, I think we're there.
And with that being said, we have over 500 something miles on it and we're gonna have this bike ready to rip before we drop it off at Born Free. What are you doing, Juan?
Specking out the tires, homie.
What are you thinking though?
I'm trying to go with like a super bike
I know,
style
but
setup.
I see like you're debating on sizing right now.
Yeah, 180, 60, 190, 55, or 200.
I just wouldn't want to go so wide that it rubs. You want to run a 200, huh?
I mean, I don't know.
190. You don't want it to look like a old chopper with a 300 wheel in the back.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Plus the chain right now is set for a 180.
we need to probably check the clearance on that. I'm thinking Diablo Super Corsa V3s. That's what I have on my Ducati.
All right.
So if you see here, that is a good tire for track and street sport. So I think that would fit perfect, right? Has good street manners,
Yeah.
but also gets nice and sticky. But that is a tire that you need to warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you can't just rip on it off the go. Like
You could probably get something in the sport street, really, but I think just with that in mind and knowing what we're gonna do, like that's sweet.
all right,
Run it
there
back.
It is. Well, let's go check clearance.
That's what I'm saying. We only have, I mean, you can barely fit a finger in there. 180, 70, 16. I think 190 is comfortable. You know, I mean, obviously if you put a tire that starts to rub the chain, you know, it's gonna rub it off and it's probably okay. I don't wanna have to respace and open the primer and respace everything.
Do they have these?
Go. They got 9 in Nevada, so we'd have them in 2 days. But we should look at valve stems for it. I mean, most tire shops do. Now we're looking at valve stems. Place the order.
Placing the order.
Tire's done. Go. Click. Placing order.
Alrighty.
Now a carbon fender. FYI, this is our first time watching this vlog.
Hopefully Travis didn't do us dirty.
Yeah. We normally don't have time to watch them until they're live, just because the weeks go by so fast. So we're watching it with you guys right now. Chris, let's just express to him what we both... Homie.
What's up?
What's such a letdown on these pieces is that it's hidden by the fairing. Like this tree looks so good. Boom, made in USA, race use only. Wow.
Or another thing to keep in mind though is that the tank is smaller
Yeah.
and it's gonna give you more visibility.
Rob did an amazing job on the coloring on this thing, the machine marks. Like the pattern and how clean they are, Rob.
Thank you.
All right, so we're pressing the stem in.
Yeah, we're gonna press the stem in right,
All right.
now.
One thing I do want to note that we did to you guys watching, that we did over the stock ones, is the stock one only uses 1 pinch bolt on the top tree. And I believe it does use 2 on the bottom. We're going 2 and 2. We also did the option of 2 locations for the risers. I have a feeling on this build and the setup we're going, since we're trying to make a tight bike, we're gonna go with the closer. The front is stock, and then you can get closer to you.
We need big washers. We need, like, if we had a big washer.
I had washers for wheel spacers, but I don't know. Yeah, it's not 1 inch though.
It's close. Ooh, this might work right here. Decent. First clamp.
We bolt 2 together.
Yes, we just leave it loose.
Okay, I have another one of those. Stock one. Should have one over here.
Yeah, that might be that.
Oh. And
Now we just gotta get a bolt. Just need 2 nuts, Juan. Here, try this.
Right. Found it.
There you go.
Ooh.
Noise, what about this one? It's a quarter 20.
I mean, that should be enough height, right? As long
Oh
as
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah. Because I don't. You put those
above-
plates on there.
Yeah.
Yep. What's up, Juan?
Oh gosh, we need to change the setup. All right.
Hold on.
No.
Sweet. You're just gonna push it together. But look at all this gap that we gotta clear now, because you guys
Yeah,
made
because you know.
you guys made.
we
Here,
said go
here,
down.
here.
We said go.
All right, we're teamwork. We had to go there to get it going.
Make sure it's straight, bro. Get the pedal.
Yeah.
You need. Why are you using the little arm, bro? Look, there's. And I'm wearing the safety glasses.
That seems like a boss out right there. There it is. Baby. Rocking and rolling. Hurry up!
Jesus.
You guys said it at the wrong height.
It was like this.
All right.
Let's go press this in.
I just also would use grease to get it to go down, so it's not. You know what I mean?
Best I could do
So we
is penetration fluid.
So we started to already move stuff to the new facility, and that's what's now causing the issues, is that all of the chemicals and lubes got
Gone.
boxed and taken over there.
God. Hidden.
You want, oh, right here. Hey. Bellray waterproof grease. I got from Bellray probably, they sent me a case like 20 years ago.
You still haven't gone through it.
No. I mean,
It actually still had a decent amount.
yeah, it was still. Oh, it's now that it's grease, but it is gonna stop right there. Perfect. Now we have stability. All right, Rob, ready? One up. See, guys, there's 3 of us in here, but Juan's really just the cameraman.
Just wanted to touch it.
That's it.
That's it.
It feels like it bottomed out.
It's it for you.
Boom. 1 hour later. When we end up selling these trees, whether it's for your stock fork or for a set of Ohlins like we're running, we will not be selling the press tool. It will not come with your tree. You will need to use 2 scrap perch clamps and some random bolts to easily press that in. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure somebody sells a tool, but
Or you
Yeah.
could go to a
this works.
certified.
This is big progress, dude.
You just slide it down and then it goes on there.
So easy, a caveman could do it.
But you could have.
And he did.
Look at
And the
that.
game man did.
What's up, bro?
Dude, I was going in crooked. I don't know.
You don't got the experience, brother.
I got the experience, all right? Take it easy. Look at all the effort I put into this.
Still struggling.
Don't. It's not hard.
Don't get
My hands
grease
are
all
greasy, so
over
you do
it.
it.
There we go.
We're gonna go till we touch though, right? I think we do.
We need a Torx bit in the next, I mean, I think that's good.
Big moto guy.
I mean, that's what I always did, because I always felt like it was a preference. Because like some people like their steering to like almost fall, and some people like their steering to almost, because when your steering's too tight, it can like track the bike. But some people kind of like that. I'm sure that Harley has a Torx spec, like, so when they send bikes up the door. We could slide a fork up to make sure that everything lines up, or we have them over there. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we'll see if the measurements line up. I would probably run it right there for now until we know. Yeah, see, it should be sitting like there. That would get a pinch. Now this, you should Torx spec. Damn.
What's up?
Nice work.
Nice.
So we got a lot to do to know that it's gonna work, because we gotta do the brakes, the wheels, the spacing, put a set of risers on it. Checked off a big part of this build. One. As I'd like to get it out of the back corner that we're working in.
Just checking the bump stops, making sure that it doesn't hit. We got plenty of clearance there.
We move your bike off the lift and we get it on the lift so we can actually like test the forks.
Yeah.
I got word that the carbon wheels are in customs in LA, and they have like paperwork to fill out to get the carbon wheels. So we should be able to have those carbon wheels. You could get them like maybe tomorrow, you know?
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
We'll have the spacers made and everything.
Yeah, and then it'd be easy to like hold the carbon wheel. And I think the brake rotors are supposed to show up too. We wanted to go with oversized rotors, but Galfer's on back order, and it doesn't look like the back order would fill until after Born Free, so we're just going regular size rotors.
Originally set up with the stock,
Yeah.
because we thought they were adding height here,
Yeah.
because they had said lowers, right?
Yeah.
So they added height by going here.
I mean, we got over an inch more over than what it would have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this will be fine.
Right. It's gonna be fine, but
Yeah, you're like, what happened? You're like, what
just a
happened?
little like.
Yeah,
but
otherwise,
this is
otherwise you could have done more of a half-inch drop.
right.
on that.
Part of the R&D process, and I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be fine. Well, still we should have, because it's a drop tree.
Yeah,
Like-
because it's already lower than stock ever would have been.
Exactly.
Like,
so.
if you guys look, the height, the normal trees level up here, and this is already under the lower tree.
Yeah. So
And keep in mind,
That would
that's
be the-
not even stock height. The stock height of this fork is here.
exactly.
That Juan drew up these trees with just 2D drawings of the forks, the wheels, and the bike components. These forks are also custom from Ohlins. They're not something that they normally send out to most customers because of the lengthened top cap. And so basically the drawing, they didn't really have a drawing of that lengthened
They just
top
gave
cap.
us a standard FJR one. And yeah, it's not a bad thing, but yeah, it would be nice too.
What are you thinking? Do you think we go raw risers or?
I was thinking about that this weekend actually. I don't know.
Okay.
It's just off the shelf black,
Yeah.
6.5 pullbacks. I think
Yeah.
they're gonna look good.
That'll go with like this
The
black
contrast.
here.
The only thing is the bar. Do we go with the chrome bar or do we do black?
I think black. Keep in mind, we're not going with this height riser, but we're just looking at, you're gonna have the carbon fairing. The bars could be the last thing. Chrome might look good with like that in billet, foot controls in billet, the swing arm in billet.
Checking functionality of the stock lock.
You're locked, brother.
I think we're making progress.
Yeah, forks line up. All right, homie, let's get this bike swapped over so we can finish putting the forks on. You guys, we need your help.
Yes, this whole derby cover off right now.
A little clutch adjustment.
Oh, God.
Right
no
there.
wonder why we always lose tools, Juan.
Yeah, and you're blaming me. It's this guy over here.
What's up with your bike?
I blew out my tranny.
So you blew something up in there.
It's the shift pawl. I actually ordered it.
You broke your shift pawl because you have trash wheelies. Does mean he's gotten a lot better. One of the best aerospace engineers that can wheelie.
Coming from Lance, that's a big compliment.
Damn.
Crash shocks. Strong enough?
Yeah, that's strong enough. Maybe not to build the whole bike, but to test the forks.
It's one of those boxes where they like,
No, it's
you know what I'm talking about?
it's a jumping box.
So then it doesn't even need to go on the lift.
We could then lift it to the height we want to work on it at. Because we can lower that to the lowest setting. Will it even sit on that? Yeah, I mean, I guess it sits on that decent enough.
This is too high already.
You
Look
think
at the
so?
frame. Look.
I know, but the bike will be...
I don't. It just seems kind of high already. If this is on the ground, I think it would be good.
A little bit higher? Yep. Here we go. No, we can, yeah, we can rotate the block. I say scoot it back a little bit further.
What do you think? I guess if you want to go back. Ready?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, boys. Thank you so much. We're gonna use this bike just to like test the front end because we need to build this bike again to be able to go get it tuned. So we can't take it apart right now. So we gotta put like a gas tank back on, fender back on, go get this tuned. While this bike's getting tuned, we can have this bike for a like test bike. So we're gonna test the front end, make sure this wheel spacing's done right, mock up the fender, and just basically like get the front end dialed so we know everything's perfect and then we just swap it over to this bike.
Yeah, that's what everyone does. They get a second ST,
Yeah.
just test parts on it for their first ST.
Yeah.
Don't need another incident like at your house back in the day.
Yeah.
The FXR.
I had an FXR on a hydraulic lift, like one of those like kind of like jacks that goes under your engine, and I didn't put the lock on it, and the jack slowly went down, and my FXR tipped over. It had no pegs on it and no wheels on it, so like nothing to stop it from hitting the gas tank. And I was out of town, and I saw it all on my garage camera. I was in Reno doing a freestyle show, and the bike was just laying on the side. I was watching on my camera gas leaking out of the gas tank. I was like, no. I called my grandparents. They're in their 90s. My grandpa was in the garage like,
Was he picked it up?
he ended up realizing it was too heavy. And I knew it was gonna be too heavy, but I just wanted him to get there. And luckily my a couple neighbors helped me out.
Didn't know this thing was gonna be like an R1.
We didn't really tell them, but the tires showed up. Look at those things. Oh God, what are you guys breaking?
Those your spacer.
Oh, it's nice that it's at least
then-
the same size.
No, I
Or-
machined it.
Oh, you machined it down?
Yeah, it's the same
I
size.
guess he was doing that when the camera wasn't on. 3D printed nut. I wonder if it'll work.
I mean, it's only under compression, so pretty strong that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right. So you think this spacing is accurate?
That's what I need to measure that.
Let's just rip that wheel off real quick.
I need to measure from here to here and get that measurement because ultimately that I just need to see where that's at.
I'm just... Now that I'm taking this wheel off and we've been waiting for the carbon wheel that's been in customs now for a week. I just emailed back today. I was missing some signature on the customs form because these are having to go through DOT approval. Some area I was missing a signature on it. They sent that back. I sent it back again, called them this time, and then they said it should show up within 24 to 72 hours.
No straps on the bike. You guys are ballsy. I happened at Vance and Hines one time. Our buddy was working on one of his bikes and it fell off the leg. It was a Sportster, but it made the gnarliest sound.
How
like,
did it, Wheel is removed. Slight anxiety if this gets rushed. I've learned to give Juan his space when he like designs something and he's starting to think critically.
So you're telling me we're going from these forks to these forks?
Put it right here. You take that.
Watch out for that fork.
Yep.
Blocks a block.
How grab a wrench and
How
then
cool is that? Plastic spacer, plastic nut, all. We'll use this to make sure it's dialed. Go back into it, bro.
it's about the right girth.
Wow.
Dude, look at that.
That is so cool.
Juan only had the 2D drawing of the forks, the 2D drawing of the wheel. He 3D scanned the bike in, came up with the trees, the wheel spacing, all to work with the brakes and basically all the stock components and like the lock and everything.
But yeah, it's been a little like, we didn't have actual parts like the wheel and stuff, so a little stressful, but I mean, we triple checked everything. And
So after him and Rob and I put this set of trees on the bike, and then we realized that the measurements were
Not off, but we didn't have the right measurement for this extra spacer.
Right.
We redesigned, or Juan already redesigned this tree. So we may actually run a whole different tree.
Yep.
So we're test fitting for the wheels right now, and I'm gonna keep,
I'm not gonna sidetrack us yet and run away from this, but let's keep working on the wheels. But I wanna show them the new tree that you already drew.
Okay.
And what we're expecting to actually put on this bike.
I mean, visually, I know we can pull up the computer, but visually I did my best to keep it looking the same. So like, if we hadn't pointed it out, you wouldn't be able to tell, but basically like this got shifted down like that.
so instead of it having an arch there, that arch would technically probably be here, right?
Yeah, I mean, we kept a little bit of the arch because the steering stops down here, so we
Yep.
didn't want to lose any of that meat. So it still has a little arch, and then yeah, we extended that at the bottom. So it almost looks like a little drop tree from the bottom.
Gotcha.
Oh, maybe we will.
Perfect. We knew though the whole time if we went with the stock one, you wouldn't use the spacer because the spacer's for oversized.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't 100% sure. This is a 70.
700, or
70 mil. The 80s work with the spacer, but we'll probably,
for now, why don't you put the spacer on the backside?
I mean, we can put a little washer.
I don't know if I have 3/8 washers over here.
The ones for the pegs. It's like perfect.
Is that enough girth?
Well, we need like,
4 of them. And then think about it though, we're gonna have a full carbon wheel for it. These forks are 10 pounds lighter, just the forks.
I talked to Dave at Track Dynamic Swing Arms. He told me he was gonna ship it tomorrow. Possibility that we could put that swing arm on this vlog, you know, or at least have it in hand. Like, dude, think about how sick it's gonna look with the aluminum swing arm. I get too excited as I see it kind of coming together and parts showing up.
don't want any surprises because we can't really afford to have anything.
There's still work to be done, but I think we're dialed.
I think we're good, dude. Seems pretty perfect to me. I think it's perfect, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna be looking at this bike at Born Free. This thing is badass.
You put one with just stack them with spacers, it'll hold it up.
Stressing me out. All right. Let me just put the washers on it. I don't even have enough washers.
Isn't enough washers?
Let's just go buy the right ones.
We're gonna buy the right ones no matter what, even though you lost them.
I lost them.
I have receipt proof on my credit card that I went and bought them.
Two. I've only handled 2, so for all I know,
And you smush these on, they're
I
not
never even threaded it all the way in.
That's perfect. Look at it, it's tight. Quite like a Tiger, and it's not rubbing. For now, I know we need the right bolts. Anyways, we're going titanium, so this is all just mock-up. Wheel spacing, I mean, we gotta get it made, but it's good. Axle, good. I mean, we gotta get the hardware. Tires showed up.
Cutting it close, brother.
We run off real quick, run some errands, and we were just telling you guys how
Juan was unhappy with,
the measurements.
Ultimately, yeah, it was because we thought the height, I could have sworn they said the lowers.
I thought they said that too, but they might have
The
said they
height.
lower it.
The height, extra high ended up coming from up here, which in the drawing they gave us, it wasn't there.
okay.
So we matched the drawing, which I had given us clearance. Like I allowed us to go up and down, which is why you see it down there.
Yeah, like you were actually able to be down here a little bit,
Right.
down on the fork, and that way, you know, you could have some adjustment.
Exactly, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
This is where the lowest the fork can go because of the diameter here.
Put our heads together there. Decided we could kind of flip this shape a little bit, and that was talked about 3 days ago. Juan basically hit the computer, redrew them, and we were just telling you guys about how we wanted to change that, if it was even gonna happen. And Rob calls us, he's like, tree's done.
So it's even
Let's test.
it's even gnarlier, right? Like it's gonna look very similar,
Yeah.
but everything changed.
So it's changed, right? So it doesn't have as much lift in the in the sides.
Yep.
And so it's still got all the same features. Juan drew up. They lined it up here where this is gonna be the same.
Yep.
And then we can see where it ends up.
So visually, it looks like maybe 3/8.
Right about that. I think that's right about where it's gonna be. And that's gonna close this.
It's gonna get us to where we're
Right
using
below the
top of that.
chamfer, yeah.
And then either way, we can, at that point, then adjust the fork for the perfect ride.
Yeah, then you could rise it up or lower it down a little bit and you'd be there.
Yep.
So you'd have everything you wanted.
And so now this piece, you brought it over, you've done a majority of the work, but obviously the side's not cut out yet. There's no drilled holes in it yet. You just kind of want to come over, inspect it, make sure it's in the right direction.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can see something like this later this week.
Tomorrow.
Awesome. How do you feel
Tomorrow? There it is. I'm excited, dude.
Be here tomorrow.
about that? All right.
That's the goal. Yeah, no, you're right on. Because it's like just below 400, and then that's what this is. So that's what's
Yeah, it's
left.
perfect.
So it's absolutely
literally
where
perfect.
it needs to be.
Just the extra details that really make this thing sexy, to be honest.
Good job, Rob, dude. Thanks for freaking
on.
hammering that out for
For
us.
sure.
Yeah, boys.
Thanks, dude.
Oh yeah.
So we need to come up with a new derby cover for this build.
That was like on our bucket list of like, dude, this bike needs a sick derby and points cover, represents what we're building it for in the engine size and all that, and like race use and stuff like that. But we started getting down to the wire, and here we are with like about 3.5 weeks left. And I just said to Juan this morning, I was like, dude, we'll probably just run the derby cover like that we have off the shelf. Like, I don't think we have time. What do you think, Rob?
I think we should do it. And I really think it needs to be done.
Okay, well, there you have it. He's the man that can make it happen. So maybe we can play off of 120th year Harley.
Yeah,
like,
they have a cool 120th logo that
Yeah.
I've seen like on the videos and stuff. They would let us use that. That would be sick.
Yeah, and that might work perfect where it's like, yes, it's going to Born Free, but it might go to the 120th, and no matter what, it's a 2023 year model bike. So it's a 120th anniversary bike at all anyways.
Nice.
And then like we can like play off of 120th anniversary on like the derby side, and then maybe we can make a custom points cover that says 131, like Thrashin Supply 131. Sweet, well now we got one more project we gotta get done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
You got it.
All right.
See you guys.
We're gonna make these 65.
One thing that we have to talk about is the brake line. We need to know if we need a crossover or what exactly we want to do there. Did you want to do that where it crosses over
Bike?
on a sport bike, or do you want to do like the T Dynas have?
I like the sport bike. Or it goes.
What happened, dude?
My tool broke.
Too much pressure, not enough lube.
Well, we got lucky. It was the right size. These are actually Rob gave up these to us. We haven't bought any. This tip's messed up. I fixed it.
This time, can you use some like maybe WD-40 while you're doing it?
Put some lube in it. Don't try this at home.
It would sit, no,
Yeah.
it'd sit right there.
Like right there. It's bottoming out, bro. You wasted my time.
I think that there's not enough thread on that thing, and
I
the
know.
shoulder of it
Yeah.
is a little too long.
I could machine that down. That's just gonna take way too long. Ain't nobody got time for that. See? Hater ass fool doubted me.
Nah.
Hater ass fool. It needs to be longer than that.
So you want to cut the next one,
A little bit longer.
you know, a little bit longer, and then we got to take the Street Bob tank off. Figure we can use this in case that the fuel pump has any differences. It will be the same fuel pump that is in the tank we get painted. We got over 500 miles on the bike. There should be 600 something on it. We need to get the bike tuned. That's a big deal, so that when we test it before Born Free, or we ride it before Born Free, we can rip on it. So I'm gonna take this tank off the bike for the,
Whoa,
dude.
bro.
we're good. Take this tank off the bike for the 20th time. Throw the tins back on that thing, and we gotta make that thing a rider again. Homie, you put this back together, didn't you?
I don't know what I've done anymore.
Full of gas, dude.
Yeah, I filled it up and then we swapped it.
It's heavy. These will be what hold the fender on, but we can't really do any more test fitting for the fender until the proper wheel shows up, because it is not a 19.
These are titanium. Feel how light there.
Holy.
Freaking rad, huh?
Yeah.
14 grams.
Grade 8 Harley bolt that is comparable in size. Watch, put them right next to each other.
almost
and
half, right?
8.4.
14.4, not half, but
But yeah, when you hold it in person, it feels like a paper clip.
yeah.
And there's gonna be a lot more. We're gonna do tie all the rotor bolts. We're gonna do tie those bolts.
Shave and weight where we can.
Wheel comes off, goes back on this bike. The plastic mid controls off and the regular ones back on. Fender back on, gas tank back on, headlight back in.
That should be everything we need to put this back on the dyno, get it tuned. Back together for the last time. This will be the last time we actually have to put this mix match paint back to the regular mid controls and the stock seat and all of this junk. It's the first time we're running these.
How does that feel?
It's sick. And then it's the first time running these 3D printed pieces that we're gonna try to get out of billet, which basically locks on the throttle. And just like visualize.
It's gonna be sick. I know you're like, it doesn't need it, but I
Homie,
just
look at the rest of the bike. That, out of everything that bothers you?
I know, it's
Naked bar. What do you think? So my main idea with the bars is that the widest point of this bike will be,
It'll be the fairing.
the bars right now are already wider than the fairing. We're gonna cut them down because we have all of this extra bar. This is obviously the stock bar. We're gonna use a Thrashin bar, but there's gonna be a lot more bar to it. So we can cut this down quite a bit and you could be holding like more there.
Yep.
Which not only will be more wind protection, tighter, but also lane splitting.
yeah, absolutely.
So we don't want a mirror that comes out past. I thought about that. Like,
What if we get one of the smaller ones so it doesn't need to take that much space up, and then yeah, we just bolt it
off of the exoskeleton somewhere. If it's in this region,
Yeah, that's perfect.
you can see perfectly under your arm. I can have perfect vision right here. But I think if we get like one of those smaller ones, it can go more that way and bolt it into this.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna have another layer up here too, so it'll be easier.
Yeah.
Or we could even just go off this. You know, we'll figure something out.
We should just order a couple different ones.
Is that cool?
I had to deal with DHL quite a bit last night. I finally got it to clear customs in the United States. The wheels, the carbon fiber wheels we've been waiting for since the day we started this build, are in Van Nuys, which means chances are they'll probably show up Monday. Sometimes they do show up to Van Nuys and then the truck picks it up and drives it right over here. So there's a chance the wheels show up today. The swing arm is supposed to be done today. It's about 10 a.m. right now. I'm hoping that we start to see some stuff show up by noon. Front fender possibly showing up today. We have mid controls possibly showing up today. We have wheels possibly showing up today. Uh-oh, look at.
You got carbon and galper.
Hey.
Oh, it's Christmas.
So there's
here.
some stuff that's showing up right now.
You got
And
a
then
knife?
the swing arm's supposed to be done today.
Okay.
Now, he said he would ship it, but they're only like 45 minutes away. So I also said if it's not too late, maybe we'll go get it.
That'd be sick. I want to see because check that out. It's the same one.
All right.
But we might be able to throw this on because I put the brackets on, I drilled them and everything. So let's
check
go.
these brakes out there.
Yeah, I've never heard an issue with it interfering with
That would be a front.
What do you know?
Our exhaust should be a direction.
Oh yeah, it says Harley.
Yeah, it shouldn't have to spin.
Should be on the same size.
Yeah.
I would suggest.
All right.
So I see I left work at work hours and you stayed late
I did.
And took apart your primary.
She's a little beat up from all the wheeling. I broke the shift paw spring. So it actually wasn't too bad. Like, I like to take my time, and I was just like playing music, came right out. And I actually should be coming today too. I ordered it like a couple days ago.
Nice.
So.
All right, but what else did you do?
You did a little bit more work when I left.
Yeah, I did. So I installed the brackets, I drilled them out, and then I tested this fender. So see this hole here?
Yeah,
That's for the brake line that crosses over.
I know.
It
If
looks
that was,
like a sport bike.
yeah, that's the only thing I don't like.
Does it line up?
I think you'll have to do some trimming
Some trimming.
or put spacers because
Oh, I see.
it wants to rub.
On.
Like if we can cut this back piece off and clearance it,
Can
or you can spacer it off. Or when you 3D print the next one, you could just put like a
spacer.
spacer. That's what I would do. Maybe you could just, I mean, it'll work for now.
It's opening it up a little bit though.
I don't know, brother. In my opinion, I do feel like this needs to sit higher.
So I looked up, this is from a Ducati. I looked up the bike. That bike has a 17-inch front
Yeah.
wheel. So I kind of, from a photo, tried to get a reference from the lowest point to the axle because that's not going to change on anything. And they're pretty close.
I know that the wheel might not be right, but I feel like this meat does need to be kind of like, this is the protector for the fork.
Yeah.
You know, so like at least if it was like there, and I get like that, to me that's like a 2 to 3 inch difference, but I don't know where that's gonna set this on the wheel and tire.
Well, we could kind of measure the diameter of the wheel, the front wheel.
Yeah,
24.
24 inches, so 12 inches out.
So if you go up 2 inches, it's gonna have a big old donk gap.
But the bike will sit a little
Right,
preloaded.
that's gonna make,
So there will be like another inch that it probably goes down.
right. It does look a little bare. How did the other one look? Let me see, pull up the photo. It had more
That's why I have the photos.
protection. Oh gosh.
Should we
here
we should
go.
send that other fender out, huh?
Have him paint both. It's
Yeah.
not gonna,
He wasn't gonna do a lot to it. He
Yeah,
was just gonna
just-
do like a little bit on it.
have him do it still.
I think we should ship it up today.
I kind of want to trim.
I don't like it, but like it just has so much more protection. Look at how much higher it covers the fork.
Yeah. And all of this is a deflection of rocks.
Yeah.
Versus like you get deflection here where you don't really need it, and then up there is kind of like,
3D print like a slider cover, like you could do it like in that mold,
yeah.
and you could like kind of like make a rounded that goes up to there.
I still think both get painted.
We have to put miles on this bike.
Yeah.
So let's go rib it to lunch real quick and hope that more parts show up when we get back.
I kind of wanted them to show up before I left.
What do you mean before you left just to go grab lunch?
I just wanted to see them, but I just mean.
I mean, we're just gonna sit here and wait. We could go burn some
yeah.
miles and we'll come back in a little bit. We got the DX, we got the FXR, we got the Bagger, we got the Dyna.
We got this.
Do we need to give it a once over, make sure it's ready for 70 miles? We kind of just put it together really quick. I mean, I checked the fairing. This is fine. I'm happy with it. But your controls, you did the controls, so that's questionable. Look, see?
I didn't do that.
Yeah, do we need to give it a quick look?
Give it a quick once over.
Let's ride the DX because the DX is the bike we're comparing this to. What's up, dude?
FedEx showed up, bro.
The FedEx truck just went by. This fool ran.
Did FedEx drop anything off?
No, not yet.
What are you guys waiting for? What's so important?
FedEx has like 5 different trucks that roll by.
Why?
FedEx Ground, FedEx Express, FedEx, like they have so many.
All right, back to tuning this thing up. Yes, seat's tight, I tightened that. Gas tank's tight, mid controls are tight. But remember that one time you didn't put the pin in on me and
Yeah, do that.
yeah, it's all good, dude.
We never mess with the bars. I tightened these this morning.
I know we're supposed to get tacos, but I've been craving this smash burger out in Santa Monica. And that's probably about the miles we need to put on it. It's a nice day out. I see you smiling already when I said
I'm
that.
down for a smash burger, brother.
I would say we should be able to get that 70 miles we need, Santa Monica and back.
pretty sick, dude.
This spot looks dope.
Ah, it smells bomb.
Yeah.
Kind of smells like al pastor.
It's probably just another restaurant around here, but I mean, just the vibe.
What do you get, bro? Single, double? I definitely can't do a triple.
I'll do a double. I have seen they have cones that are like dipped in chocolate with like sprinkles on them.
Ice cream?
Can you just make it a double combo? Go, please.
Good. Can I get a double, please?
Double combo to the burger.
I don't know what's make them heavy do.
To make it heavy, it's for the fries. So that'll be the onions, cheese, pickles, and sauce on top of the fries.
Combo.
A single or double?
The double is the combo, yeah.
So with the heavy fries?
Yeah.
And I'll get a double combo regular.
Right. So I got one double combo heavy fries and one double combo regular, right?
Yeah, and then you got that ice cream cone? Just got tracking. DHL wheels out for delivery.
Out for delivery, the wheels?
Yeah.
I was just checking this.
We might have some rad parts when we get back to the shop right now.
Yeah, what about the swing arm?
Nothing on the swing arm yet, but I'll shoot him an email.
I'm getting excited, dude.
Oh, man.
Look at the heavy fries. Bro.
California, we're known for In-N-Out.
Smash burger feels like a potato bun.
Looks better so far. Let's give this a shot.
It's pretty fire.
Look at these things, bro. Onions, sauce, cheese. Boom. I brought the pork. Damn it. Think the burger's like In-N-Out?
So what I meant was like the fries, right? They almost look like animal style fries. They have grilled onions, they got the cheese, they got the sauce. They taste different. I don't think they were like...
Their sauce here, totally different than the In-N-Out sauce. It's got a tangier.
Yeah.
All right, here's a question. This is right next to the Habit Burger. Which one are you going to?
This.
Sorry, correction. Let me say that again. This right next to In-N-Out Burger.
You can't go wrong either way. You just gotta alternate.
All right.
But they're both really good options.
But it's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there. Yeah. Thank you. Look at that. Perfection. Fun Betty cake.
All right, so lamps is a no, but the wheels just came in. Rob just sent me that photo. Badass. Hey.
Okay, you got a box there. It says my name on it. I got an email. The swing arm, Dave. Do you want to pick it up or you want us to ship it? Swing arm's ready.
The wheels are there.
Wheels are there. This burger spot, if you're ever in the Venice or Santa Monica area, not a paid advertisement. We just came here to get burgers. I'll bring my family back here. I thought the smash burger was bomb. My fries were bomb. Like you said, I would rate it up there with the Habit, In-N-Out burger. Like
different style, but the taste is like right up there.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the must-go spots if you're in the area.
Bomb burgers. This thing's rolling. We're gonna get it tuned soon, and a lot of parts are here. So let's rip back and check some of these things out.
All right.
We got another 50 to go, so let's take the longest way home.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
Arco, we're gonna get beat up 100%.
It'll work.
We're gonna get it tuned on this gas.
And you're scared that Arco's not gonna be good enough?
I mean, I don't know. It says it's 91. If you trust it, you trust it.
What do you think? They put like half 91 in it?
You want to get it tuned on half water gas, and that's fine.
What do you want to do? You want to go find another gas station? All right, let's go. Put it up in your phone then. This guy's so prissy with his gas choices.
There's a Chevron around the corner. Look.
Can't please him, huh?
V-Power Nitro. That's something worthy of getting a tune on.
Look at him falling for the marketing. It's all coming from the same guy. He drops the same gas off at all the places. 50 cents more right there.
You haven't seen the Chevron commercial with the happy cars? That's what...
What's going on? How's it going?
I was down to my favorite thing in the world, it's spikers. Oh my God, I miss riding. Hello, how are you doing?
Good.
Which one you like the most? You like the black
I like
one?
the red and white.
Oh, the red and white.
You want to sit on it?
Hell yeah!
All right, let's sit on it. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna sit on it like I'm some stupid.
Let her sit on it, Juan.
I'd rather ride.
Yeah, of course.
Can I have your bike?
Yes, you can.
I can?
Yeah.
Give me the keys, I'm gonna take off. I like your fat ass.
Dude, why don't you say hi? What's your name?
Geraldine.
What?
Geraldine.
Geraldine. This is
Nice to
Geraldine,
meet you.
everybody. Venice,
Kentucky.
California, right now.
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu. Juan, can she go in the back with you, brother?
I'll film. She going back with you. I don't got backpacks.
All right.
I want the bike.
See you later.
Alligator. Oh my God.
We filled
Red
up?
bars on it.
We filled up?
Yeah, we're filled up.
I mean, it's so sweet already. So is that one so sweet? Guys, put some fucking chopper bars on. And nothing better than man pulling up with his chopper.
Yeah.
Ching, ching, ching. Bye-bye.
See you later, alligator.
Welcome to Venice Beach. Did it, 500 miles on the bike. It's ready for a tune.
501.6.
Hey, good enough for me, dude. Check it out. 2 sets of wheels are in this box, dude.
Whoa, dude.
Chill, dude. And all this packaging. Dun, 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 dun.
Dude.
Do we open them on this vlog right here? Or do we wait until the
You can
next
save
one?
it for later.
Oh boy. Oh, just chilling. How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Here we go, here we go.
There we go.
Handshake.
There it is.
Yeah.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Did you buy a bike?
No, not yet. So,
Travis, our editor, just texted me. He goes, "Vlog?" question mark. Like,
Oh, he doesn't know.
like, where's the footage?
Because it's Friday. We usually send it over
Yeah.
Friday. Tell
I
her
was-
stuff.
There's no bearings.
No bearing.
So we gotta.
We gotta figure that out.
Here it is, Juan. Damn. Same deal too. It came with the center spacer. Look at
Dude. I'm bummed it doesn't have the bearing. I was gonna throw it on there after you laughed. I was gonna be like, start working on it.
That's gonna be the next vlog. Now we're gonna have to put the bearings in there and
Yeah, we can get a little top. Dude, pretty badass, man.
looks pretty sweet, huh?
Yeah. I don't know, when we were merging on the freeway and I flipped a little bit of throttle and she got sideways, with the sticky tires, it's just gonna come up.
Yeah.
Like,
forks that are a minimum of 10 pounds lighter and then a lighter front wheel. So that whole front end is gonna be 10 or 15 to 20 pounds lighter with like the carbon fairing, carbon wheel, carbon fender. Let's just go on the easy end. Let's say 130 horsepower.
although everyone has said these could make 150 pretty easy.
Yeah.
We've, like 3 people have told us, like different people, right?
Yeah. 500 miles on the bike. We got a lot of fork stuff answered. Rob did get a bottom tree done for us. So on the next vlog, we should have the updated bottom tree on. And so we should technically be able to throw these forks on the bike. We'll get working on some fresh bearings. Hopefully those are in stock at Harley or something that we can get pretty quick. Get the wheels mounted.
Dude.
I'm actually stoked that we didn't get with the oversized, just so you see more rim.
These Brembos are gonna have more stopping power than
we need.
most brakes we've had on Harleys. This 11.8 rotor will show more of the carbon wheel.
Dude, what's up? That's freaking rad.
Turn the bar straight, man.
That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. We're starting to get really excited because I think in the next coming weeks, this bike is gonna be fully transformed with the new forks, the wheels, hopefully the tins start showing up. We're 3 weeks away from Born Free, and I'm actually getting more confident every day we get closer.
Yeah, as more parts show up, I'm like building a little bit of confidence. I'm like in my mind, like, all right, well, we got that. So worst case, like we'll have a pretty good bike set up. So like every part that comes in that like makes me worry a little less.
Yeah. One, I know you still have a tracking number that you're waiting for today that you're still on the edge of your seat for.
Yeah.
The swing arm shipped. Yeah, we could have picked it up, but it's kind of the end of the day. We got stuff we got to finish here, so it'll be here Monday. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for following along on this vlog. And with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.
See you later.